You're listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Friday the 30th of May, 2025. It is 71 days after the spring equinox. It is 21 days before the summer solstice. By the French Republican calendar, it is the 11th day of Prairial, the day of the fraise, the strawberry. The sun rises today at 5:27 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 12:53 p.m. The sun sets today at 8:20 p.m., civil twilight ends at 8:52 p.m., and nautical twilight ends at 9:33 p.m. The length of daytime today is 1 minute, 16 seconds longer than yesterday. The moon is in its waxing crescent phase and is 17% full at midday. The first quarter will arrive on Monday, the 2nd of June. These are the predicted tides today for Horns Hook. In the wee hours, high tide, 1:14 a.m., 1 meter 80. In the morning, low tide, 7:33 a.m., 3 centimeters. In the afternoon, high tide, 1:56 p.m., 1 meter 49. In the evening, low tide, 7:38 p.m., 24 centimeters. In our shared realm of plants and animals, the mulberries are coming into fruit. These most generous of trees will drop bushels of succulent purple berries over the coming weeks. They are also incredibly hardy, seeding themselves freely and highly resistant to disease. They tend not to live very long in tree terms, but some very fine large specimens can be seen around the neighborhood. Commemorations. On this day in 1431, Joan of Arc was burned at the stake at Rouen in English-controlled Normandy. She called herself La Pucelle, the Maiden, and at a tender age became the French military hero of the 100 Years' War. Captured by the Burgundians, she was handed over to the English, who tried her for heresy. One of the proofs of her heresy, she wore men's clothes. She died when she was just 19 years old. On this day in 1821, James Boyd, an Irish immigrant to Boston, patented his improved rubber fire hose. He devised a structure of woven cotton lined with rubber and riveted together. The mayor of Boston reported 100 feet of Boyd's fire hose would do the same work as 60 men and do it more efficiently, faster, and safer. Boyd was himself a volunteer fireman. On this day in 1901, the Hall of Fame for Great Americans was dedicated at the New York University campus in the Bronx. For the next 6 decades, bronze busts of great American politicians, writers, military figures, social reformers, and musicians would be added to the grand neoclassical terrace. The monument now belongs to Bronx Community College, NYU having quit the Bronx in the 1960s. On this day in 1922, the Lincoln Memorial was dedicated in Washington, D.C. by Chief Justice William Howard Taft. 50,000 people attended the opening. The Lincoln Memorial has become a central gathering place for the nation in these last 100 years. On this day in 1967, 100 Years of Solitude was published in Buenos Aires. It is the greatest work by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. Finally, we remember Mel Blanc, born this day in 1908. The voice actor, over his 60-year career, provided the voices for Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Tweety, Sylvester the Cat, Yosemite Sam, Foghorn Leghorn, and the Tasmanian Devil. He also took over the voices for Porky Pig and Elmer Fudd, which had been originated by other actors. Remember this shining talent from the golden age of American animation. And that is the Observatory, Friday the 30th of May, 2025. Or as Mel Blanc would have said, that's all, folks.